But our microphone settings are alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fine. Well, so we can click start streaming. If it works, it works. We get that.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go.
It gives us a kind of feeling that we might have.
Yep. Yeah, right. I should try to start playing. Oh, it's working suddenly.
It's working?
Oh, it's working. Do you want to go full screen on that? Right, we are, I believe, live. We should be.
Okay, we are live, I think, at the moment, which is exciting because we had some technical difficulties. But here we are again for the grand final in Hearthstone, Oxford versus Cambridge.
Yeah, I believe we're starting from where we were, so we're going to go back to Mage versus Paladin, but obviously we had to restart the hands. I don't know this is true, but I think that's what we're doing. I certainly hope so, at least.
So, exciting. And we have quite an audience at the moment, which is also good.
Yeah.
And after all, it is the final.
Do we need to click something to watch both hands?
Yes, we need to watch both hands.
Yeah. Cool, there we go. So what would you do with that hand? I think that's interesting. Would you have kept Clockwork Gnome?
I might have.
Yeah.
It's certainly better than the 2 arcane missiles he got in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think the arcane missiles are certainly underwhelming. I think this is disappointing for Richard in some ways.
Yes,
because his hand was ridiculous in the first game.
He really wanted that zombie Shao, and he's not getting it at the moment.
Into a 2-drop. I think so how do you feel about mirror images in this deck? I'm not sure. I haven't really played much with it. I'm aware that Flamewalker makes it way better.
By the way, it's even worse that Zombie Shao is coming up now. That's really bad for Richie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure about mirror images. So it's mirror
interesting.
image.
The Cambridge player there, the one on the full-on spam the emojis tab. That's that's been the Octa plan through and
That's
through.
probably adapting to your strategy.
Yeah, adapting to our strategies of being not very nice people. So what would you do here? I think the muster into the kill.
Muster into kill is definitely the player.
Richie looks like he's quite tempted for the hero power, which I think is wrong, but it's hard to say. So I play quite a lot on Paladin deck. I think this matchup is quite easy as long as you don't fall behind on tempo, and the easy way to fall behind on tempo is to not muster. I much prefer the muster play.
And I think now if the mirror images come in or something else, it's like going to be quite annoying. Because he won't be able to fight through it, and then the Goblin Blast Mage is coming.
That is very good. This is
intense.
I mean, so this would have been very good against Muster as well, but I think that it would have been less good against. Well, I think it's been about the same against both. That was an unlucky double hit. But as long as he hits the zombie Shao once, it's going to presumably kill the zombie Shao.
No, yeah, I don't know.
I like him the zombie Shao. I think that you really want to keep your 2-4 alive. Like that's really maybe he owls it, but I think the 2-4 is so good against the Paladin deck. I think the best thing he can do is make a Shredder and like pass for a turn to get to untap again with your Flame Waker in play.
But now I think that not mustering the turn before really kind of got to Richielol now.
I mean, in some ways it's turned out alright because the musters would always die to the trigger. But I still think in a vacuum, I still think the musters correct play. Maybe he had the read on what his opponent had. I think this is going to become quite difficult. That's Flame Waker's going to do a lot of work.
Definitely.
Although the Consecrate's going to come down and just kill it in fact.
I'm not so. Yeah, no.
I'm not sure about the overextending into Consecrate is a little bit dubious. Especially because you have no reason to believe that he doesn't have Consecrate. That he wouldn't have cast any of the other turns. And definitely, given that while making Wellingtons, he knew what the deck was. Like he knew that it was a tempo-y, aggressive mage deck.
Yeah.
He's definitely run into it, and I think that now.
And now he trades out the Flamewalker, I would assume.
I'd be very surprised. Now Jamieson's hand actually is a bit underwhelming. Double G for the pain.
Oh, and he got the 4-3. That is brutal.
There we go. The spamming emojis is back. I think this is
it doesn't look good.
A lot of respect being shown for both competitors here. Obviously.
So what are you doing here actually? Are you using Fireball?
Like I'm really.
Oh, the audience is getting excited.
So the audience is getting excited about the previous play with the concentration. I think you have to put Fireball. I think it's a bit sad. I think.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Oh, whoa! This is full aggro mode now.
Okay, so if you're Richard, what do you do? Given that you think your opponent's now on the burn you out plan.
I think that's the point where you start spamming emojis as well.
Well, I think there should be a lot less spamming emojis for both players. I think I like sword attack
Yeah, and maybe the 2/2.
The 2/2. I think I like that slightly more. Low thief's the other option, but I think you can save low theft another turn. I don't think you should have the read on your opponent burning you out from here. The more I think about it, I like the fireball to the face play. I think that maybe it sort of gives up like your chance of winning a grindy game, but I think with a double G's hand, you're quite far behind. Like you're never gonna get value out of them. And your opponent's got Paladin with a bunch of cards in hand, and Paladin cards notoriously like good in the big grindy games. I think you're in trouble. Either way, I think that Rich is very far ahead. Almost as far ahead as we were before the stream went down. So I think
this is only fair. Yeah.
This feels like justice. A 2-drop.
Flame Cannon.
Yeah,
if it hits the 4/3, that might be good, but even then.
So would you? Ooh, he's going to play G, is he?
Yeah, he is.
That's to me, he's going to Flame Cannon, he's going to ping something. He's going to Flame Cannon, he's going to kill the 4/3. Yes.
Oh, nice.
The emojis are back, full force. Well, oh wait, that's...
Oh, that top deck. You probably played that.
I assume that's game over. You kill the G, you bash it for 2, you play Dr. Boom on 17 life, and
yeah,
I don't see any way back. Really.
No. And also not with that hand. I mean.
Yeah, but the hand was bad to start with, and Dr. Boom is certainly going to clean up. So. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad one, but I don't think they're all not good ones at this point.
Yeah. No, it doesn't help.
You can
and also he still has Lothar in his hand.
Yeah,
so
I think
there's no way.
This game is at this point practically a foregone conclusion. I think that. I mean, obviously, I'm happy to see the Octa player win it. Given that we've had a pretty humiliating defeat overall today, I think it would be nice for the Octa to come away.
Yeah, that Counter-Strike match.
Yeah, for those who weren't watching, Oxford battered the first round. They won 16-1. The second one, Cambridge won fairly close, and they were then something like 14-6 up, which also got back to 14-all before losing 2 in a row to go to 16-14. That was the most exciting match today. We hope that the Hearthstone will.
Do we know how Dota went? I mean,
Oxford won Dota 2-0. I'm told that our president was very confident on Dota team's skill. I think that he said that he expects us to win that one more than anything else.
So at the moment, Oxford has won Dota, and we won League and Counter-Strike and StarCraft.
So we're 3-1 down. So we're playing for pride. I think the 3-2 loss isn't a bad result. Obviously, one to win. Would you play Tyrion or Lothar?
It
probably
doesn't
Tyrion.
matter.
I think the game is
just. I mean, it's always nice to have Tyrion down there.
Yeah.
And it also kind of doesn't really give that much away from his hand. So I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. But everyone would expect Tyrion in that kind of deck.
So he could portal into mind control deck and then take Tyrion, and then Tyrion looks really bad.
Yes, that's a good point.
I think that's like a very marginal corner case. I think as you can see, we're being messaged by James. He is unimpressed with his ability. Oh, well, let's not.
Well, Spider Tank at least triggers the Glass Mage, so that's something.
That's something. He's drawing well, seeing how badly he was positioned, but.
And that doesn't help his position either.
He could die here if it hits his face. Dead. He's not going to win anyway, is he?
No, I think
there was actually easy there. You can just cast Consecrate and
the Master for Battle.
That's the full 11. Fortunately, this game wasn't prolonged too much because it has been somewhat one-sided.
Yeah. But given that it is already quite late in the evening, I don't think we're too sad.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, I would hope. Well, actually, no, I am quite sad, realizing that Jamieson is one of our guys. And this is the final after all.
Yeah, I mean, we want to win Hearthstone. I feel like our team cohesion was good. We were committed to winning this. But
so what decks are left?
I think that. So I'm not sure. I was told that Hunter was banned, but I'm not sure. So I think that
Hunter is banned. So it's going to be Shaman.
That was Shaman, which I don't think.
No.
I've got his list here.
I don't believe in Shaman actually.
I think it's fine in some methods. I think it's reasonable against Paladin. Looking at his list, seems like a very sort of old-fashioned generic. I don't know what Fireguard Destroyer is. That the new?
So that is basically
the Yeti for plus.
Asia Drakes, Doomhammer, Defender of Argus. And to be honest, I think at the moment, if you want to play Shaman, then you need to go with Mech Shaman. Anything else isn't viable at the moment.
I mean, I've not played a lot with Mech Shaman, but I do think it's what's going on here. I do think it's a very powerful deck, and I think that it's certainly one worth respecting.
But that hand of Paladin is insane. It depends. Does he have Lightning Storm?
He has 2 Storm, 2 might be hit for overload cards. 2 balls.
It's for the players.
So maybe I can see. I don't think it's a bad card. I don't think it's had its time in the sun yet. I think it's too early to tell whether it's actually going to be good or bad. What would you do here? He's quite tough.
Lava Shock isn't horrible.
Yeah, I'll be tempted. I think I play a lot of Shaman. I like making tokens as often as possible. I don't think it's like you won't. I don't think it's about that. I just want to love using mana range fish, but you don't get a token which is quite good in this matchup. It's against the opponent making a bunch of tokens.
I agree.
But just looking at the Shaman's hand, it just doesn't like it can actually like put up a fight against what the Paladin's got going here.
Two shredders. That's tough. But still, I mean, he can go elemental lightning bolt.
Yeah, no, that's true. He gets it. I do like elements a lot. I think the new Yeti, the new pseudo Yeti
Yeah.
I think that card's very good. It certainly makes the.
But still, is he running the elemental lightning bolt?
Two of them.
One of them.
So I think that makes your elements a lot stronger. Whether or not it makes them strong enough to compete, I think historically Shaman is one of the weaker cards.
Actually, the minion that he got out of the shredder is really best.
Yeah,
so it keeps him from playing the second shredder.
Yes, it's actually really awkward. He can make muster and then makes it kind of weakness. That was actually very bad hit. It's almost as much to feel bad as when you hit the Doomsayer and just do that ball. Quite
but it definitely loses him a lot of tempo.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he much like a shredder. It's actually. I would cast Master, I don't know about you, but I think you would have very bad. So how about you going to do as much damage? You can just make a token and do your power. No, we're back to spamming emojis.
But both players have been spamming emojis at the moment.
Yeah,
at least as long as no one is playing Hunter in terms of honor, we are equal.
I don't know if it's last because I know one of the two is I don't know what the other one is, or what fan.
But both players spamming emojis. So even if
I feel it's the Shaman side of that.
as long as no one is playing honor, we are
it looks a lot of the time if you start with enough practice, it's really old-fashioned Shaman list, but like feral spirits and things are good because you can often kill them and make an early giant, and if you don't make an early giant, you can.
So even if
I feel almost fine. That matchup fine. The more like old-fashioned your Shaman list, the better. Which is difficult to assume. If you start with the sort of new, like all burn ones, often struggles to get enough early ball presence, which counterintuitively you would burn them good.
So he's using his lava shot now.
Not actually making any mana back in the scheme of I guess he wants to cut off that much.
So he's therefore stuck, which surprises me a bit, given that he is quite on curve. The fire elemental could come down on turn 6. So I don't see the reason to play Thanos now.
I would have made it I suppose. So the target make token if you want to get either token or heal token to get your thing up. Definitely is a big deal. So I see the argument for Thanos being, I don't think that Thanos lightning is particularly relevant against Paladin.
Well, if he goes Master,
it's good against the Master plays, but otherwise it's not. I agree with you.
But I mean, given that two of the tokens that he could have gotten would have been really strong.
Yeah, I definitely.
And now I would almost expect the True Silver to come down, and then in town he trade to play.
I suspect he can't play True Silver and kill 3-4 and Thanos.
Yeah, definitely.
As much as not.
But I mean, given that two of the tokens that he could have gotten,
head on ball, head on cards, it's looking pretty good for.
Almost expect the True Silver.
And the fire element, like, you might run out of the fire element and shoot the equipment in the face, which never would really want to do.
Definitely not against Paladin.
He's looking to draw. That's a reason.
It's okay.
He's looking to draw a low there.
But again, now it's bad that he doesn't have the lava shock.
Yeah, I think this is. I think it's a difficult matchup. I don't.
Yeah.
I would have taken 7 against him. It's still
but again, now it's bad that he doesn't.
He's not running particularly powerful. Yeah, his hand hasn't been bad. Running out. Anything he runs out is a good target for fire element.
I mean, I would. Do you play Snatch Spiker here or go you Shredder and the Dude?
I don't think the Dude does anything for you, so I think I play Snatch Spiker.
Yeah, I agree.
Playing Shredder gets you mana value. I don't think the Dude is worth more than having a Snatch Belcher is. Shredder's particularly bad.
But actually, he won't be able to play the fire element next turn, so it's not that bad.
Yes, but so I don't think that's the reason for me wanting to play Sludge Belcher. Sludge Belcher is actually better given you don't get to fire element. You can't even kill Sludge Belcher as Sludge Belcher is. Whereas the one that's going to give you
But actually, he won't be able to play the fire element.
Shredder is anyway.
It's not that bad. But now there's probably going to be Doomhammer and the token away.
He's going for it. Bane Trunk token, which I guess I could be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Especially given
so it opened up the fire element in turn 8.
Yeah, so you can play the fire element.
They are now. Why is there no squelch for spectators? I asked. No, we can't.
What a beating. There is no squelch.
Probably they squelched each other already.
Yeah, well,
it's just
I
us
assume
that are
that
suffering.
no one's seen the emoji doesn't know. It's for the audience to know what the real people are going to do. That's an interesting attack. I would have attacked. I guess they're playing Consecrate, but
probably but Consecrate is still brutal. It's even more brutal because it means he was going to keep the loot order.
Well, I mean, if he attacks with the loot order and Consecrates, then you left with nothing.
Yeah.
Which I think, well, the one wants to come by the thing. I agree that's right to attack. I think, again, it feels like Richard should be winning, the Padlock player should be winning by a lot, but his hand just doesn't feel that good at any point in the game.
No, but he has Black Knight, which is interesting.
What would be your line here? I agree that's right to attack. I think
it's difficult. It's, Jamieson messaged us. But he has Black Knight, which is interesting.
Well, let's not troll here. And
I think we can leave him to his being
I think the formal complaint
is going to be more of a troll than a real.
And I mean, we should be worried given that they are in the same room actually. So. And that's the confirmation.
Well, I think we should much about that. We have no power here. I do feel bad about Oxford's more of a trash talk fan, but
I mean we shouldn't be worried given that they are.
I played my game, but I said I made one emote.
And that's the confirmation. You already mentioned that. I made a few emotes, but only in response to this emote aggression that I was facing.
The audience is applauding his RNG, which I think is fine. I think you're going to support. If you're going to take a Hearthstone, you have to embrace the fact that at times you have to get lucky to win, which is true of all the variants. As a spectator, I have to support RNG. I think the shame of players looking. The audience.
But I wouldn't do the hacks actually. And why the Doomhammer? I mean, you want to wait with the hacks for Tyrion, I feel.
You have a backup.
Oh yeah, that's actually. Yeah, then.
I like starting. I mean, he dealt less damage than he could, which is definitely.
And why
attack the one thing, attack the 3-1 to torn.
Yeah.
I think that you must have to read your opponent not having Consecrated as well. I think that Rich is actually in quite a lot of trouble here. Given that we felt like all game he should be winning, but his hand was awful. I think the ultimate is coming back to fight him. Because what, he can get 10, 13 damage this turn if he makes it? That's a very bad draw. I think what you do, would you commit to the damage? The problem with committing to the damage, the opponent has, we didn't know, Rich has heal.
Yeah. And also, I mean, there could have been lay on hands. I think trading out the Lothar was correct.
I think that he's going to sweep the hand and just continue to assume that Richard does what you commit to the damage. Consecrate, which I think at this point, I think it's a very safe assumption. Richard's made a lot of plays, which
and also
a lot of turns we can get with Consecrate.
I think trading out the Lothar.
I think he's showing players. It has to be a concentration soon as this game is over.
And there's the concentration.
I feel that the audience is imminently going to applaud his RNG, which is disappointing for.
Which will lead to further trash talk in the room next to us.
Complaints, but the whole board is about to be swept. It is.
That's so brutal.
That is fundamentally horrible. That's probably game.
And he gets. That is the audience.
So the audience here is being streamed like a few seconds after, so they applaud after we've commented on things. So
and it's probably also mainly Oxford audience by now, given that
everything came is still home. Right? They're just waiting for the coach to take us home.
The X5, by the way, which is a horrible code.
No, we have a code sponsored by Twitter. I think like 3 seconds after. So
that is a massive deal, actually.
It is a super nice code. Very good. That's
by now. Yeah, but the X5.
I don't think we just weapon yet. No, we have a code. So I would kill the token to his face and
that is a massive deal, actually. By the way, I'm not sure whether playing the zombie show last round was the correct way.
So I felt that when he threw the ball, he was going to like keep up board presence, and I think it's fine.
He's like, I think he's just throwing. So he's. I mean, if he draws the, well, he already played the second rock rider, so it's the correct way.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Dr. Balance could do something if he runs him. Does he run him?
Because Alakir instead. I guess Alakir would be pretty good here.
But why do you run Doomhammer and Alakir? That's a bit unusual.
So the very, very old-fashioned Shaman deck technique is both. I played a lot of both. I think that I would run Doomhammer for Alakir by a mile. I suppose the flip side to that is you did actual 0 targets for the big game hunter, which we can see in Richard's hand. Alakir would be pretty good here.
But why do you run Doomhammer and Alakir? That's a bit unusual.
So I think the problem with Alakir is it's the black knight, which you always have no targets for. But it looks like Richard's about to run out. I think that I would run Doomhammer for Alakir. What would you do here? I suppose the flip side to that is
I mean, if he wants to be super safe, he could. even play the heal bot. And actually, if he runs into Alakir, wait, how much damage would it be if he gets Alakir next turn? So that would be 8 plus 10. So he would be dead if he doesn't play the heal bot, even with the 2 silver champions. So I would definitely go for the heal bot.
I think the answer to the point where, especially in the late game, having hero power will be the same with hero power. I think the Rich can afford to commit to the heal bot. The tree still I'm not sure about, but I think I can go either way. And if you play it, what would you kill? The totem? Or maybe the face one? I think both those are quite underwhelming. I do like the heal bot.
I mean, heal bot is the only way to kind of bring him out of lethal range. So that's actually the only way that he would still lose the game, I would say. So if he's top decking Alakir here, that would be a really big deal.
That would be really good. That would take us to a final frame decider.
So I'm hoping for Alakir here. Oh, that's not bad, but it's also not the winning card. So if he's top decking
Healing Toad is not bad either. I think that would be really good. That would make life into this game.
So I'm hoping for but he would keep this weapon. Oh, that's not bad. Also not
I think this point of Rich, you can probably have the read on the opponent having Rock Fighter.
Yes.
But so what do you do? Black Knight 1 token and back yellow.
Probably the 2/2.
Would you play your... So afterwards, would you play your Peach or the token?
I would probably try to get control of the board by now. But
I think I like Peach. I think I like just having more presence. I think you know your opponent's trying to kill you. Your opponent is trying to kill you with the damage to face them. I think burst is the only real answer once you get to the board.
On the other hand, I mean, token would be nice for quite much. But still, I think Alakir is going to be GG.
Your token... That's a very good draw.
That's
not an Alakir.
Yeah.
That's interesting one.
That is a slight technical glitch. I mean, a disconnect would also be a good play. I'm not sure what it is. It's going to be another formal play.
It's certainly a level of test. Unfortunately, we can't do much about the...
So, but what is the other card?
We disconnect from their game.
Okay. I mean, a disconnect would also be a good play.
It's going to be how we get off the
another formal. I think we simply leave the game and go back on.
Okay, we will attempt to be back with them imminently. We had technical there, we apologise for increasing the...
Oh, it looks... Oh, God.
It looks like I've had another disconnect.
Simply leave the game.
Okay, we will attempt to be back with them. We had technical there, we apologise for...
God, I keep being confused by British keyboard layouts. Okay. Oh, we are.
Oh, and that was Alakir! He was so close of being lethal! Oh my god! God, that was close!
I think he's still he wins now, right?
We are.
Wait,
Oh, no, he doesn't. He's on 20.
it's
So we missed a
10.
few turns, so give us a few seconds to get ready.
Oh, and that was Alakir!
Yeah,
He
so-
was so close.
But the lightning storm is
Well,
a good
that's
draw.
probably
Oh
game
my
over then.
god! God, I don't know.
I think it's very hard to play.
Let's... I mean, with the spell power token and...
Also, when you have ball control and...
It's
So we
10.
the Paladin deck.
Yeah, so... Right.
Oh, God.
Yes.
We've
I
come
think
back to the
that's
Paladin deck being...
wonderful.
You can see the...
Yeah, the double
partisan
quantum.
crowd
Yeah,
there.
yes.
I think...
That's great because it means we have a final game of the Shaman against...
I think...
Oh,
And come back to the Paladin deck being...
Okay, well, that's not going to be. Yeah, double quantum. Yes.
I think
That's great. Well, is it the final game of the Shaman against...
there is sufficient damage on board for... Oh no, there's not. He's Hamana Warbright and Alakir.
Yeah, wait.
He's overloaded, so he can't say both.
7,
He deals 17.
Yeah.
So if you can't take Eagle 17, I assume...
But, I mean, you have seen the Black Knight, so you should actually be comfortable. Just...
You can run out Alakir pretty... Oh no, there's not.
I mean, are you afraid of any slash breakers coming out? So I would probably play the Alakir here.
I don't think that like there's nothing Rich can do other than equality consecrate that can really
But,
swing
I mean, you have seen the Black Knight, so you should
I think
actually be
that
comfortable.
even moving is going to be enough. So I think that ultimately I think you can slam your
Tyrion? Well, he has hacks.
He has hacks, even though he has back up hack. I think that really swings it if you spells that equality consecrate. So I think you can pretty happily stand down your Alakir and go for it.
I mean, you could also clear the board with Rockbiter and, well, yes. I'm not such a great fan of overloading yourself again. I mean, you get the damage in now.
Yeah, I would much rather play Alex than Alakir. Because also, this play even leaves him with freaks.
And he's starting to trade.
If taken a very admittedly he's taken a very conservative final game. He's been quite dismissive. It has got him to this position where he's
that's
very
actually
favourite.
correct.
But yeah, so in my opinion, he drew very well in the mid game, where it felt like Richard was very favoured, and Richard drew a bunch of like uninteractive cards. But he's taken very conservative lines and got him into this position where.
Well, let's see what Richie draws. Yeah, that's actually correct.
But yeah, so in my opinion, he drew very well in the mid game. Jump in and out.
I think I'll do that.
We apologise for this. It's been a long day here, right at the end. We've had problems with people packing away computers.
That is actually correct.
Ultimately, Rich's computer was packed away while he was trying to start up the match, so we found him a laptop to use.
Which is not part of the Cambridge strategy, I should add.
Of course. Not a. Fortunately, this isn't Counter-Strike where your keyboard setup is important. I think
That is actually
the way we've done it, it's more of a.
So the hotkeys for the emotes. Okay, so we are back. And what did he guess? Not part of the
Another
Cambridge
now,
strategy.
I think.
Now?
This game feels like it's. He's going to play like this game feels like it's many forms of the way we've done it. It's more of a.
What did Jamie draw? Okay, so it's not his turn yet. It's still Richie's turn.
We only missed it. I assume this time he can actually kill it.
So it's 10 damage.
Yeah, he can deal 20-ish.
6.
19. He can deal sufficient to finish the game.
Yeah,
So well-played emojis come. Fortunately, he hasn't spammed his emojis this time. I think it's much better form we've seen from these two players.
Maybe that was the reason why we disconnected, because our system was just accustomed to.
A sort of bizarre DDoS attack of emoji spam.
So we now have a very interesting final game of Shaman versus Handler.
So I don't know how much. I know
Maybe that was the reason why we disconnected, because our system was just
I
accustomed.
think he's playing quite an old-fashioned hand. There's nothing, no new tech or anything.
So we now have a very interesting final game of Shaman. So no Malganas.
I don't know about card specific choices, but he said he's very comfortable playing old-fashioned hand. I think they're good and powerful, and he's well these stuff on that and these new. How do you feel about the new sort of Warlock Malganas?
I quite like it actually, but I haven't touched Warlock in quite a long time, so I'm not comfortable playing it, but I might give it a try. Yeah.
So I was given a deck list, the Warlock that's made by he gave it to me 3 or 4 days ago, and I do quite enjoy getting people.
But I haven't touched
I
Warlock
think
in
it's quite
quite a
fun.
long
There's
time.
definitely
I'm not
a
comfortable
larger
playing.
enjoyment we had from him with the So how would you mulligan this hand deck?
Oh god. Yeah, well, going for the unbound is not a bad call, I think.
Again, flying.
Hand blocks. Oh god, 2 Drakes is quite good.
Let's wait 1 Earth Shot, which I guess he can hope to draw. The hand draw doesn't look very good.
Oh god.
I think although
Yeah,
Fate
well,
is a very, very
the
important part of the
unbound
match.
is
I think you want to.
Oh, and that's definitely a good call.
You want to have a board which competes in the mid game and is making a big top target, and don't have to really let them trade off with a bunch of generic board presence for good things.
And you want to save your hacks as long as possible.
Yeah, you want your hands to be able to hit.
But we've seen the Shaman has quite a lot of burst, which is very important against
Also, this
Handler.
especially here, given that Rich is going to go for a ton more.
And you want to
very
save your hacks.
Feral Spirits is a good way to kill them.
But we've seen the Shaman has quite a lot of burst.
You like
That's important. No, not yet, I would say.
I think it's a bit early to be trying to balance your opponent's life total. I might not even play this zombie chow even and get people really pumped Drake. This is a very complicated match to play, and Hearthstone's an easy game when you see both hands.
Definitely.
Hearthstone's very easy to do with hands.
I'm not so sure whether it's an easy game if you see both ends, because it makes also it opens up the possibility for the Twitch chat kind of say what you're doing is completely wrong. So
It's easy for us as commentators to see both hands.
as long as we don't open any chats. I'm not so sure whether it's an easy game if you see both ends, because it makes I don't think that the flame turn would be so bad. Twitch chat kind of say what you're doing.
Vulnerable to a giant coming down its turn. I haven't encountered it's easy for us to Rich's hand.
Or a Hellfire, yeah.
Yeah, Richard could play either Hellfire and he could even play Mountain Giant or Twilight during his turn. I think it's totally easy for us.
So I mean, why not the Unbound? I mean, it's safe from Hellfire.
I don't know how much you could be playing on Hellfire because I haven't seen enough handles around the ladder to know whether they actually will play Hellfires or not. So I like Feral Spirit because it actually trades very nicely for
Why
that.
not the Unbound?
One thing I'm down, he plays like a giant or even a Drake. I still don't have a nice way to hit him. Whereas this way you can token it out. Unfortunately, he has which is a very nice hand. It's going to be a uphill battle. I think Drake is going to win the battle plan shape, in my opinion. This is quite good though. He plays Totem in the middle and tweaks it forward.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Interestingly, he chose to keep the 4-1 zombie chow alive rather than a 4-1 top.
Probably to balance out the life total. So he seems to be playing around Molten Giants already.
I'm not sure with. Maybe it's to do with making Totems now appearing on the other side. I'm not 4-1 zombie chow alive. So I get like this match is very complex. I don't know exactly what's going to
Balance
happen. I like
so Doomhammer to claim Molten Giants already.
Maybe it's good making a Totems now appearing on the other side. I like. So what happens if you play Unbound Elemental instead? So you can play Unbound Elemental and Flame Tongue choices.
So Doomhammer to
Unbound Elemental on the far right, Totem next to your zombie chow.
also
clear
clears
those
the
things, and you just get a Unbound Elemental with 4 presence in play. Doesn't play into Hellfire too badly, which you brought up as a concern. I think is reasonable for Jamie to be thinking about.
But I mean, having 2 Flame Tank totems next to each other isn't the worst thing. So yeah, I quite like the idea of having a Flame Tank
We'll
totem
see
on the
what
left.
Jamie's gone for. He has shown in the first game that he has more experience in the second game than us do. I definitely felt like I would have lost the game he played last time.
Definitely.
The lines I was taking, and he I do more about leaving your Flame Tank totem as
Yeah, I quite like the
open
idea of
target
having
for his sludge
as a sacrifice.
and there's a very strong Emperor coming out here. This Emperor with a lot of cards in hand. It becomes so. The thing about Emperor is it looks much better. It looks a lot worse when you play it, and then you realise very halfway through it, anything once you had a turn with Emperor because something like them trying to work out what their mana very quickly is all over the place.
Precisely. And this early in the game is really powerful, and he still needs to remove it.
About like, can he even kill him with this time?
Don't seem easy way. I mean, of course,
He could do have rock fights, but then his use is like super reach, and his hand doesn't look particularly powerful in terms of grinding out.
Precisely. And this early in the game is really powerful.
I think he has a good power. How do you feel?
Easy way. I mean, of course,
He could do have rock fights, but then his use is like super.
thinks about the
You could
coin.
kill the flame tongue token instead. Flame with like flame tongue and then
Yeah,
do
trade
hammer. Still do hammer, right? Yeah, flame
Yeah.
do hammer would also do it. Which maybe I like slightly more effect.
Yeah.
I like. You always want to get a Doom Hammer down and start getting the damage until he is going to go for the Doom Hammer. And
But I definitely wouldn't want to play the Rock Biter now, so I think I agree. I mean, the Flame Tongue isn't going to do much in the late game.
presuming he's going to play as Flame Tongue here, right? If he doesn't, well, again, his person's proved that he knows his deck way better
I
than we do.
have been playing this kind of classic shaman for a long time.
No, I used to play it a lot way back.
So I think I agree. I mean, the Flame Tongue deck isn't going to do much.
I think he is good, yeah, way back, like, face better again. His person is because
I have been playing this kind of classic shaman for a long time.
and actually, Richard has no way of killing the Flame Tongue, so I guess you can out. If you run one, you might get enough damage.
There's the Hellfire, so,
You can Hellfire. That's what you do. I see the Hellfire is Twilight. I think Richard's been pretty once he's Hellfire in Twilight, I think he's got like 90 build controls and 27 life. This is the problem with playing around the multiplayer. It's actually a real uphill fight against that, just the grindy side of
and I mean, I don't think that as a shaman with that much burst, you really ought to be playing around Molten Giant, at least not until your opponent is somewhere in the mid.
I agree. I think playing around multiplayer should be more about working out what you can do at next turn, like what you can do next turn, rather than like from turn 3, like super playing around it.
As a shaman with that much burst, you
So
really
what
ought
are
to
you
be
going to
playing
do here?
You don't need to
cycle
that much.
your opponent is somewhere in the
That
mid.
isn't that impressive. So what would you do if you were Richard? That multiplayer, presumably aim at that is fairly quick from turn 3.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I like multiplayer and then
I would even think about owling the sun cycle, to be honest.
I think Richard's so far ahead he can save the owl for like something he actually needs to owl. I think that I would play Dr. Boom.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, so he really wants to get ahead.
Think about owling the sun cycle.
Yeah, I would play Dr. Boom or massively. Yeah, it just leaves you vulnerable to hacks. He appears to. Alec is a good draw. Alec is one of the ways back in for some.
I mean, you want to prepare reverse really now, so I think there's no way that you can win via control. So
I think it's about to become quite difficult. I suspect that. So if I were Richard, I'd be looking at playing Dr. Boom and Argus, killing those there, setting up. I mean, you can't. There's no way to hold up Dr. Boom really. So you get a haunted bot,
which is nice,
and you have just a huge ball presence against your opponent's team deck. I think that Richard.
yeah, I think that's
I
definitely
think
Dr. Boom.
that's the line I would take. I think at least Richard very very good. There's no way to hold up Dr. Boom. I think that you can see from Richard's hand the Emperor he played early makes such a big difference, and you have a huge ball presence against your
The audience is mildly optimistic at this moment.
Yeah, I think the Doctor Boom proving once again that it's just
Completely broken.
completely over the top powerful card. We're about to. He's taking his time on this. We'll give him that.
Though we don't know what's happening now.
It's perfectly possible something yet more technical difficulties.
Or more trash talking.
Well, we can still see the mouse fix. I'd be very much taking his time. Can you see anything else you'd like to do as much?
Though we don't know what's happening now. I mean,
Richard appears to be flirting with
the Ancient Watcher. I mean, he can silence the Ancient Watcher.
I find this play is quite negative. I think you really want to press your advantage you've got on the board when you're about to kill his low bed. I mean, how do you feel about this for this play?
Well, it's conservative. It's not. Yeah. I mean, he can silence the Ancient Watcher. Yeah.
I think I still slightly prefer the Doctor Boom. I think I like having the power in play. Like you force a Shaman to do something quickly, which is not where Shaman wants to be particularly.
I mean, we might see the Unbound Elemental coming down.
Elemental isn't even that impressive when you play the Elemental and you like bulk the. Like you force a Shaman
5-2.
5-2. You feel like you're very far behind.
We might see the Unbound Elemental.
That's how you could play out of K. You kill the 5-2. Oh, he's going to allocate and then
kill the 5-6, I guess.
I guess he can sweep all the taunts as well, with the weapon as well.
Yeah, 5-2. So it's not all the taunts, but all the ones.
Well, then he can kill both with the weapon.
I thought he has only one. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Kills. But I thought he had already attacked one. So yeah, no, all the taunts are gone.
Well, as much as that wasn't a bad play, I think the Doctor Boom is going to take both of them. There is the Mountain Dove being played around all game.
I wonder whether we're going to see it. I thought he had already,
but not.
So yeah, no,
I don't think it makes a difference. I think that. Yeah, you can even play some for his font if you want. I think the Ancient Watcher there play now or next turn.
I wonder whether we're going to.
I think you are very far ahead. How can you see a way back into this? I don't think it makes sense.
I would get pretty desperate if I was a Shaman at the moment.
Yeah, so you could fight
Unbound, Feral Spirit, and then lose to.
I assume if you come up Feral Spirit, your opponent has Hellfire in their hand and you look at it also.
But you can't play around Hellfire at the moment.
No, I agree. I think it's the past time for
Unbound and Jiraxxus just to make things more.
Hellfire comes out. I think we're going to see this game end very quickly.
That's the board clear with Anthony Books.
He's one damage short to kill this turn. So I assume you'll play the
Jiraxxus,
probably just the Owl and get in. Go for the Jiraxxus kill next turn because the Jiraxxus kill is classy.
Yeah.
It's known that the Jiraxxus kill is
winning with Jiraxxus kind of makes up for losing in Counter-Strike and StarCraft, I guess.
Unfortunately, the scoreboard won't reflect our beautiful Jiraxxus-based win, but
precisely. I mean, considering the dire situation of Cambridge at the moment, this is why I wanted to bring up the fact that we won 3 winning with Jiraxxus kind of makes up for losing. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad top deck, but
that is game over deck.
I mean, he can clear the board.
But I think Richard's almost certainly going to get a Jiraxxus kill. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to love it. I think in fact, yeah, he can kill his opponent.
It's not a bad top deck.
And then I assume Richard plays Jiraxxus.
I mean, but that's not going to kill him actually at the moment. So I mean, with that taunt totem, with the lightning bolt coming in,
I think as much as I like, so Jiraxxus is definitely the wrong play. It's casting. I think you probably play the multi-giant and the hero and just go to like irrelevantly large amounts of life. This game is certainly
oh yeah.
Richard is back on the emotes having plan. I assume that neither of them are seeing each other's emotes, especially given the formal complaints.
I think they might have some real life emotes, to be honest. Oh, but actually he is going, of course. Nice. Yes, of course.
I hope that there's no consent. The Jiraxxus
I think that might have. Of course, with an emote, you will.
Well, he's not even going for the Jiraxxus.
But actually he's going. That's clearly a misplay.
Yeah, this is awful. Give all the spam emotes.
But then, yeah, well played. Congratulations to Oxford for taking this.
If only the start part, of
course, with an emote. Okay, so we can wrap it up today. Clearly a mistake. I think I know. But yeah, it has been a great day. I mean, still a lot of kudos to the organizers, I think.
Yeah, it's a great one. Thank you to our sponsors, I believe it's Intel, eSports Live, and Twitch. It's been a lot of event, lots of nice
But yeah, it's been a great day. I mean, there's still a lot of good. Definitely. So, thanks to our massive audience for tuning in, and see you the next time. See you. Good night. Good luck.